Welcome to your Monday. I'm J Cleveland Payne, aka your Mr. Monday, and this quick bit of motivation and inspiration was originally published on March the 28th, 2022. The original message goes as follows. Our days on this planet are numbered, and we do not have the luxury of being clued into that number. Try to waste less moments in your life since more are not guaranteed. Going deeper into this one is a pretty easy one to take in. You don't know when your final day will come. You don't know when your final breath will be taken. You don't know when your final step will be made on this earth. You don't know the situation when the things will end, whether a good note, whether a bad note, whether a happy or sad note. So, the one thing you should really be working on in your life, the one thing, if there is one thing you should be working on, is more better moments. More greater times. More happy than sad. There'll be plenty of sad to go around, trust me. There'll be plenty of bad things to happen to get through because a lot of life is basically overcoming bad things. But you shouldn't be out there creating bad things or wallowing in bad things that show up. You should be trying to make the best of the positives that you can have in the possible moments that you have right now. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. There are a million ways to say that, and it's been said a million different ways by different people trying to basically franchise the same saying. But tomorrow is never guaranteed. 10 minutes from now is not actually guaranteed because you never know what could happen. So you don't know the length of time that you have. No, live your days like tomorrow is you're dying, as the song goes. It's not exactly good practice because chances are you probably aren't dying tomorrow. And that's not what this is about. This is not about trying to take one last big old blowout in life right now because you have the chance to do it right now. What you have right now is the life you have. What you have right now is the potential for greater things. You always have the potential for greater things if there is time to come. What you don't have is the luxury of knowing how much time you have to work on that potential. So if there's something that you want to get done, work on getting it done. If it's a long-term plan, then you need to figure out how long your plan's going to be, how long you think it'll take to work on it, and then plan your best to work on it as quickly as possible. And in the meantime, follow my number one rule, which is don't die, and do everything you can not to put a premature end to the days you have that are out there that are numbered. Do everything you can to keep yourself healthy and wealthy and wise, more or less, just financially stable and just mentally stable and of good health to continue what you need to do. And don't believe that it's too late to start things. It's never really too late to start things. Well, that's not exactly true. It's probably too late if you're in your middle 40s to want to be a rookie in the NBA. Trust me, I wanted to be an NBA star when I was younger. And then, physicality, i.e. I'm really, really short, did not work out so great. Now I'm really old and even slower, so trying to try out for a open slot at 47 doesn't seem to make very much sense when I didn't think I was going to be able to pull it off at 17. However, if I wanted to be better at basketball, i.e. get in better shape, have my health improvement, that's something that you start just by getting off the couch and, not knocking off a couple push-ups and then doing that again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. If what you want to do seems impossible, then figure out if it's really impossible or if it's going to just take you a really, really long time and you don't want to give the time up to do it. In the meantime, spend time, quality time, with the people you like, love, and spend less time with the people you hate and despise. That will extend your life in a weird way mentally because the time is a mental thing. Time does not exist in true sense. Time is something we create to knock things off so we can, travel through this world. The time is a concept that doesn't really exist in reality because, the good times seem to last too short and bad times are really, really last very too long. You get where they were going with that one. So spend more time, quality time with good people and less time with the bad people. Spend more time with yourself, by yourself, doing yourself things, whatever it is, whether it's reading, whether it's studying, whether it's practicing an art, whether it's exercising, whether it's just sitting in silence. Spend more time with yourself to balance out the time with others going on. And of course, kind of figure out where you need to be going. That time alone is a great time to just reset your compass to figure out what's going right and what's going wrong without being influenced by other things. And spend some of that time in pure silence. Even if you're not really a meditating person, just sit in the quiet for literally just 2 or 3 minutes. In the car before you get out and go inside. On the couch before you get ready to go in the car and go some places. At work when people have cleared out the office for a few minutes and you're just packing things up. Just turn off the music, turn off the radio, turn off the background noise, and just enjoy the silence that it is. And let the silence just sort of penetrate your mind. And maybe you will decide that a little time of meditation is good for you. That takes hard work as well. That takes time. That takes effort. That takes work. Here's the bottom line. We don't know when this all thing will be over. We don't know when we are done for. And when we do, or at least when we're done for, we're not sure exactly how we'll know what we're done for. Because no one's come back to tell us exactly what the afterlife looks like, sounds like, feels like. So, if you don't want to be that person to have to try to come back and tell us, work on extending the time you have by being good at what you're doing. And work on the time that you have by being good times. Because you never know when you're going to lose your time, or more importantly, lose that time with those other people who you know and love when they happen to have their time come up. Our days on this planet are numbered, and we do not have the luxury of being clued into that number. Try to waste less moments in your life since more are not guaranteed. This original message was published on March 28th, 2022 from Walk Through Monday. For more messages like this one, plus books, merchandise, and other information related to this project, visit the website, walkthroughmonday.com.